Hey guys, welcome to our second episode on this series on liposuction. Hi, I'm Dr. Somil Shah. I'm an MCH plastic surgeon specializing in aesthetic surgery. I'm the director of the plastic surgery division at Skin Zone Clinic, Mumbai. Today we'll be speaking on what are the different technologies used by plastic surgeons during the process of liposuction, how they work and how they are useful. In the first episode, we spoke about the traditional method of liposuction, a suction-assisted liposuction. We spoke about the three steps of infiltration, separation and aspiration. These three steps broadly remain the same whatever is the process of liposuction, but with a few changes with the use of different technologies. Let's have a look. Liposuction has become one of the most common procedures performed as far as cosmetic plastic surgery is concerned all over the world and in India today. The reason for this are the amazing results that we have been able to achieve with liposuction alone. Liposuction was initially developed as a tool to remove localized areas of stubborn fat. It has slowly evolved into the workhorse of cosmetic plastic surgery as far as body contouring is concerned, where we can remove multiple and large areas of fat in the same sitting. This has been possible because of technology. Technology has helped us to remove fat much more efficiently, faster, and in a much safer manner than ever before. The main complications of body contouring surgeries are because of the long durations of the surgery. We do not like to operate more than 5 to 6 hours. Technology has helped us perform these surgeries much faster. Technology not only saves time but also the surgeon's energy. This has helped us concentrate on the art of body sculpting or body contouring. It has helped us to concentrate to give our patients the beautiful shapes, the curves, the lines, the lights and the shadows that our patients deserve. A third, less important criteria is for skin retraction. This has been used both for high definition liposuction and in young patients to help retract the skin where the skin is of good quality. So let us have a look at the different technologies that are available in the market today. The suction-assisted liposuction or the traditional liposuction, some would say, is a technology. Yes, but per se, the technologies that are available are the power-assisted liposuction or PAL, the ultrasound-assisted liposuction, the water jet-assisted liposuction, and the laser-assisted liposuction. These are the four most common technologies available in the market and used by plastic surgeons that we'll speak about today. First technology, which is PAL or power assisted liposuction. This was approved by the US FDA in 1998 and is one of the most common technologies used across the world by plastic surgeons today. In suction assisted liposuction, you must have seen us do this, the to and fro movement to separate the fat from its bed. This is a rate limiting step. What do I mean by this? That we can only suck out the fat the rate at which we can separate it. With power-assisted liposuction, our cannulas, which are hollow metal straws, are attached to a motor behind them. These make the cannulas vibrate at a rate of between 2000 to 4000 cycles per minute. This has a jackhammer-like effect on the fat, separating it from its bed in a much easier and a faster manner compared to the manual motion. This helps us to aspirate the fat much faster, reducing the duration of surgery and consequently giving us the advantages that we spoke about earlier. So coming to a second technology, which is ultrasound assisted liposuction or UAL, it is best known by its brand name Vaser. It was first introduced in 1987 and was perhaps the first technology used for liposuction. How it works is that when we push fluid during our process of infiltration, it gets in between the fat. This fluid has something called as microbubbles. When the ultrasound energy or the Vaser energy is applied to these microbubbles, they start popping. When these bubbles pop, they cause the fat to separate from the bed. This separated fat is then easily sucked out. Now the fluid is said to not be able to penetrate into other solid structures such as nerves, blood vessels, muscles and tendons, and so the Vaser technology or the ultrasound technology is said to be quite fat specific. Where this technology is most useful is in, say, redo or revision cases where the fat is thick and fibrous, and it really helps in these cases. And it is also used quite commonly by surgeons for high definition liposuction and for skin retraction, where superficial liposuction can be done very easily with this technology. Water as a cutting tool has been used in industry since long. In medicine, it was first used to debride or clean dirty and damaged tissues from a wound. It is used under much lesser pressure to dislodge fat from its bed. It is supposed to take longer compared to PAL or power assisted liposuction, but the advantage espoused is that the fat obtained is of a much higher quality for fat grafting. Also, since the process of infiltration and suction along with the fat separation is all happening at the same time, the amount of fluid used is said to be less, and hence the complications associated with infiltration of fluid is less. It is also supposed to damage the lymphatics to a lesser extent compared to other technologies, and this reduces the swelling in the post-operative period. When we speak to a lot of our patients, they feel lasers are magical devices. They are not. They are basically high intensity lights of a particular wavelength or color. For liposuction, earlier we used to use 1064 nanometer lasers, and now we have switched over to diode 1470 nanometer lasers, which are better. These laser light or this wavelength is specific for fat and water molecules. What it does is when the laser light or the energy is applied, these molecules heat up, and this causes the fat to dissolve and separate from its bed, which can then be easily sucked out. Also, the laser light causes increase in energy of the overlying skin, which helps to retract the skin in some cases. So, coming to the million-dollar question, which of these technologies out there is the best technology that you as a patient can look for when you're planning to get your liposuction done? I mean, that is the crux of the video, right? Everything else was just superfluous information, yada yada yada, not interesting, right? No. This video was about not just the machines, but how each of them have their different pros and cons. So it was not about the different technologies, but the men behind these technologies that is important, the plastic surgeons. A plastic surgeon trained in these different technologies based on the different requirements that you as a patient have can give you really gratifying and brilliant results. So my advice to you would be, speak to your plastic surgeons, let them examine you, tell them your expectations, keep them real, and then trust them. So I hope I have been quite clear about the different technologies that are used during liposuction, and a lot of your queries should have been solved. If you still have any questions, do drop them in our comment section below and we'll try to get back to you. Or you can mail them to us or ask them on our social media platforms or visit our website or just give us a call. So don't forget to tune into our next episode where I'm very excited to be speaking about the two most common questions our patients ask us. One, whether the fat will come back after liposuction, and two, whether liposuction can be used as a weight loss measure. So see you there.